Hey, welcome to Happiness Bar. My goal is to share cocktails, content, and happiness. And today, I'm going to show you a little bit different of a fall craft cocktail, something off one of my fall craft cocktail menus that we're making with cachaça. I think it's cachaça. Hold on. How do I get to Siri? Hey Siri, how do you pronounce cachaça?
Cachaça.
That ain't right. So this cocktail, we're making it with an aged cachaça. We're making it with an aged cachaça. Fuck! We're making it with an aged cachaça. That's hard to say over and over. We're making it with an aged cachaça, also known as an Amburana Cachaça. We are making it with a Chianti Grappa. We're making it with a Creme de Cassis, Meletti Amaro. We got some Cardamom Bitters. We got black grapes. We got basil, lemon. It's really cool. It's really gonna come together, and it's the flavors in this, man, just punch you right in the mouth. Without further ado, this cocktail is called Murder Hornets. The build for Murder Hornets is 1.5 ounces of our Amburana Cachaça. I got it right this time. 1/4 ounce of our Creme de Cassis, 1/4 ounce of our Chianti Grappa, 1/4 ounce of our Meletti Amaro, 3/4 ounces of lemon juice, 3/4 ounces of our black grape and basil syrup, 2 dashes of Cardamom Bitters. That's shaken, that's double strained. We're gonna serve that in a tulip glass over ice, and we're gonna garnish that with a basil leaf and a lemon peel. All right, so with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into the prep work. Tools you're gonna need for the prep. You're gonna need a cutting board, you're gonna need a pot, you're gonna need a kitchen scale, you're gonna need a knife. You are going to need a citrus juicer. You're gonna need a vegetable juicer. You're gonna need some sealable storage containers, and you're gonna need a mesh basket strainer. All right, so the first thing we gotta do for our prep is make that black grape and basil syrup. What we're gonna need is we're gonna need 250 grams of black grape juice and 250 grams of sugar. And we're also gonna need 25 grams of basil. Now, you could buy Concord grape juice at the store. Just make sure there's no sugar added. However, I like to buy these dark grapes. I don't know if these are Concords, but I forget the name of them. They're just these black grapes here. I love these for this recipe. And I like to juice them fresh myself and then make the syrup straight from scratch. But hey, whatever's easier. I'm gonna juice these real quick to start, and we're gonna aim for 250 grams of that grape juice. All right, so I got my juicer. We're gonna turn this bad boy on, and we're gonna aim for 250 grams of black grape juice. Not exactly sure how many grapes it'll take. Also, if you're doing this, make sure your grapes are already pre-washed. Smush them down, get in there. Yeah. I like these darker ones too, because just the color on them, man. Get that dark purple color, it's so nice. They're a little more earthy. They don't have that super tartness, but I like them for the purpose of this cocktail. All right, I think that's probably close. We're gonna turn this off. We're gonna weigh out our grape juice. All right, so let me grab my scale, grab a container to weigh out my juice, place it on your scale, zero out that scale, and we're looking for 250 grams of grape juice. 250 grams, that wasn't off by much. All right, so take that 250 grams of grape juice and we're gonna pour that into the pot. We grab another container, place it back on that scale, make sure it's still zeroed out, and we're gonna weigh out 250 grams of sugar. Hopefully without spilling sugar everywhere. There it is, 250 grams side, and you're gonna add your 250 grams of sugar into the pot. Next, we gotta weigh out our 25 grams of basil leaves. Make sure the scale is still zeroed out with your container, and you're gonna grab your basil leaves, trying to avoid the larger stems. Don't worry about the big stems, because all the oils really are in the leaves, right? You don't wanna get extra weight from the stems, and it throws off the flavor, because you don't have enough of that herbaceous oil going into the syrup. 25 grams of basil leaves. All right. So you're also gonna add that to the pot with your sugar and your grape juice. Turn my burner on. Make sure it's on a medium-high heat, and we are gonna give this a stir. All right, so we are going to let that come up to a boil on that medium-high heat, or just before a boil. Really let that sugar all dissolve. Turn off the heat. Make sure that basil steeps in. And then our syrup, we just gotta strain and we'll be ready to go. So while we're waiting on that, I'm gonna go ahead and cut and juice my lemons, grabbing my cutting board. For now, I'm just gonna cut and juice 2 of my lemons, because I really don't need all that much lemon juice today. Grab a few more containers. Grab your citrus juicer if you have it, and just give them, damn, this lemon got a little nipple on it. Hold on, I'm gonna cut this little nipple off. Hard to squeeze it, sorry lemon. All right, there we go. juicing. One big ass fucking lemons. Not even big, they're just long. They don't fit in my juicer. Ah. All right, cutting the nib off this one too. All right, so that should be good for what I need for today. Now grab your basket strainer and double strain your citrus as always. Once, twice. There we are. Now, I'll probably use most of this. I'm still gonna grab some blue tape to label and date just so I know in case I do have extra. Remember guys, lemon juice good for 2 days. Throw it out on the 3rd day. I know I repeat that a lot, but it's important. All right, lemon juice, done. Grab our bar spoon. Let's give that a stir. Just wanna heat that up for a few more seconds. All right, that is starting to simmer. I think we're good. All the syrup's dissolved. I'm gonna turn that off to heat. I'm gonna let that basil steep for, you know, maybe like an extra 10 minutes before I strain it out, just to make sure I really get those essential oils from the basil in there. So let's just grab our container and label and date this as well. Shelf life on this one, guys, I'd give you up to 2 weeks refrigerated, just because the fresh produce in there. We let that steep for about 10 minutes. We got our strainer here. Let's just go ahead. I don't need that. Let's just go ahead and pour our grape basil syrup right into our container. Strain out all the basil. Drip everywhere. Boom. Already labeled and dated. Throw the lid on there. And like I said, guys, shelf life good for up to 2 weeks refrigerated. All right, guys, prep work is done. Honestly, not that bad. I went ahead and put my lemon juice in this cheater bottle here. I went ahead and put my grape basil syrup in this cheater bottle here. This is a shaken cocktail. So let's go ahead and make the Murder Hornet. First thing we're gonna need is our cocktail shaker. And we're gonna need our jigger. We're also gonna need our glassware. Always start our cheapest ingredients, the most expensive ingredients. So 2 dashes of our Cardamom Bitters, 3/4 ounce of our lemon juice, 3/4 ounce of our grape basil syrup, 1/4 ounce of our Meletti Amaro, 1/4 ounce of our Creme de Cassis, 1/4 ounce of our Grappa, 1.5 ounces of our Amburana Cachaça. Go ahead and grab our ice for our shaker tin and our glassware. Ice all the way to the top of the shaker tin. Fill the glass with ice. A little more ice. Too much ice. There we go, perfect amount. Seal up that shaker, and we're shaking for 12 seconds as always. Seconds. Crack that container. Beautiful. Let the goodness drip down and grace upon you. Whatever the fuck that means. I don't know what I just said. All right. Grab your Hawthorne strainer and double strain that cocktail as always. This nice, rich, purple cocktail. Grab our lemon. Grab yourself a citrus peeler, give it a nice peel, and spritz that cocktail. Right, place that lemon down in there, and a little bonus garnish. Let's find a nice basil leaf. One that's not too big, one that's not too small. I feel like that's a good size. Right there, about the size of your thumb. Smack it to release the oils. And place your basil down in there with your lemon. And there it is, guys, the Murder Hornet. Let's taste. That lemon on the nose, definitely grape. Yo, a lot of great flavors coming through. The grape, the lemon, you definitely get a very citrusy palate on this. Cardamom comes through, really brings out a lot of flavors. Really pairs well with the grape. I get a little bit of nuttiness from this grappa. Really cool. The Meletti Amaro brings the bitterness. This Creme de Cassis just really fortifies the grape note in there. And the cachaça, baby, that Amburana Cachaça. So many baked, spicing notes in there. It's so good, man. A great kind of Brazilian-esque rum. Go to your local liquor store, get yourself a bottle, man. Pick up these ingredients and get making a Murder Hornet, because this is one Hell of a refreshing cocktail to drink in the fall. Don't get stung, get hung. I don't know what the fuck that means. This is delicious. A murder hornets, baby. There it is, all its glory. I hope you guys like everything. Maybe you made this recipe along with me. Maybe you wrote it down to save it for a later date. Either way, let me know how you're liking everything. And hey, as always guys, become a regular somewhere. Become a regular at your local watering hole. It's the best way to support local business, and become a regular here at Happiness Bar by liking, commenting, subscribing. Hit that bell if you want notifications. We got cocktail videos coming out every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern to get you ready for the weekend. Stay happy, everyone.